if you're going to the body, keep your defense, all right? All right? If you're going to the left hook to the body, your defense must be up.
Well, when Rigondeaux has been able to throw the counter left hand, he has had moments with it. And here he does land it kind of on the throat of Casimero, but it's a landed punch. And then later on, Casimero doing what we said, you know, doubling, throwing the left hook. That keeps Rigondeaux a little bit more in place and at least gave him an opportunity to land something. But he didn't really double with that punch and didn't keep him exactly where he wanted to, but did land a body shot.
The bell in round 9, and since there really isn't much to do in the way of play-by-play, Abner, just give us your assessment of what you're seeing and educate us. Oh, there's Rigondeaux and Casimero, but help us understand, Abner, what's happening here.
Well, what's happening, it's I want to say Rigondeaux is fighting his fight, period, you know, which is use the entire ring, wait for Casimero to make mistakes, land 1 punch, 2 punches, 3 per round, and try to steal the round like that. But Casimero is not throwing much, you know, which he needs to, especially there. You know, you got him in the center of the ring, go for it. You know, 2 or 3 punches combination. At least you're getting one of them is going to touch.
And there's one that did touch the left and the right, and now Casimero attempting to put pressure on Rigondeaux.
Just that. That is what Casimero has to do. That's what he did in the first, second, third round, and it was playing really well for him. And that's how you tire an older fighter out. There it is. You keep following him. Make it an uncomfortable fight for Rigondeaux.
Rigondeaux coming with that left hand downstairs, but again, the left hand has been used so sparingly by him as a counter punch. It is actually amazing that we've had 8.5 rounds of Rigondeaux moving this much. I don't think anyone thought he had it in him to move this much. I'm not saying it's a great thing and it's not creating a thrilling fight, but it's staggering that he's been able to move this much during this amount of the fight. And when he does stand stationary, he's still feinting and making it difficult for Casimero to land punches, which is also fascinating.
One thing's for sure, Rigondeaux's well on his way to getting his 10,000 steps in for this championship match.
You are correct, sir. And this is this fight in the microcosm this round. There's been 35 punches thrown. According to show stats, 5 have landed for Casimero, 4 for Rigondeaux. How do you choose what you think? There's a nice left hook by Casimero that gets in, but how do you choose? But Rigondeaux's thrown so few punches.
My goodness, he's put his hands are in his pockets. He's utilizing the footwork, but a frustrating viewing experience to say the least.
Casimero in that round tried very hard to get more aggressive. And the important part there was he used the jab as a rangefinder. Then he landed the right, and then he got a left hand in. And later on in the round, in what might have been a round that Casimero you could make a strong case for him winning, he goes to the body with the right hand. And no counter punch. Well, there's Rigondeaux landing his own counter punch to the body. So he did counter there, but Casimero with the pressure. Come on, let's go to work. Here. Get over here. Round 10. Get over there.
I feel like I'm going back to my radio DJ days. All I got to do is time and temperature. Bell, round 10.
Yeah.
And here Casimero explodes. Forward, going to the body. There's the left left hand by Rigondeaux, and here we've seen an exchange for the first time in a long time.
There it is, 2 attempts from Casimero. You got to keep attempting.
And Rigondeaux throwing a counterpunch, which, you know, he hasn't done very often.
And I got to say, I'm not hating on Rigondeaux's boxing abilities, which, you know, he's known for that.
Absolutely.
You know, he's an all-around good boxer. He knows how to use the entire ring. But if he was able to land more, throw more, I mean, I think the people, the fans would be more appreciative of his boxing abilities.
Well, I know Steve Fard was appreciative of Casimero's efforts in the last couple of rounds, giving them to the current belt holder.
Yeah, and there was an uptick for Casimero. Now, there's 2 nice jabs from Rigondeaux, but he won't stand there and try and, you know.
The bull and the matador.
Yeah.
And the bull is winning right now in terms of avoiding contact. But it's the matador that's making everyone mad.
Yeah, apparently, yes. And you can look at this fight. One of the things is the lack of jabs by Casimero that he's using to find his way in. I think that punch would help him a little bit more if he would use it with some conviction.
But I want to echo your statements, Hal, because at the age of 40, Guillermo Rigondeaux here now in the 10th round continues to utilize his footwork at the same pace as round 1.
Yeah, I mean, that part is staggering. It's really surprising. And I don't think anyone really thought he was capable of doing that. And yes, part of it is Casimero allowing it, but just the fact that he's been able to do it, I think, is surprising. It might not be thrilling to people, but he's been able to do it.
And now Casimero tries to go in. Boy, now Rigondeaux.
And in this round, in the very sporadic moments when he's chosen to do it, Rigondeaux has countered effectively. So what do you do?
And made Casimero miss spectacularly.
Yes, exactly.
And there, counter, the jab that lands for Rigondeaux. And as Steve Farhood mentioned, if a punch lands, and it's the only punch that lands in the round, you got to give it to that fighter, right, Abner?
Of course you do.
Oh, nice left hand that lands for Rigondeaux. We're off to the 11th.
Well, Casimero trying to make some things happen and going downstairs. He has landed that right hand from time to time and came with a left hand following it. And the action is sporadic, so you can pick out these spots and see where something happened. And there, the left hook that semi-landed, and that was a part where Rigondeaux really frustrated Casimero.
You got to go to work now. You got to set this guy up. You can set him up easy with the left hand. Okay? That's the only chance right now. We got no other chance.
11th round. Let's go.
Let's go. We got to go. Put it in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Put it in. Mouthpiece. 11.
Inquiring minds want to know what's more frustrating, fighting Rigondeaux or watching Rigondeaux?
Well, apparently training Rigondeaux because Ronnie Shields. Now, here's the point. He seems convinced, or he may be saying it to motivate him. He seems to think Rigondeaux is behind in this fight. He may or may not be. Honestly, I don't know.
You know what it is? I'm sorry, I have to cut you.
Yeah, that's okay.
As a coach, I think he saw a different Rigondeaux in the gym.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right.
That
Well
he was
said.
letting his punches go. He's doing a great training, and to see him just doing this here, I mean, it's got to be frustrating for a coach.
And to echo what Abner said before, we have huge respect for the boxing skills of Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know, he's clearly, even the fact that he can move this way at age 40, but he just more offensively, it needs to be done to make it, you know, a really good fight. And look, Steve Farhood has that last round for Rigondeaux, which you could make, and he's got this close fight.
You don't normally hear boos here in Carson, California.
And you know what the most frustrating thing is? That Casimero is right there and he could let his hands go. But you know what the thing is? That he knows that Rigondeaux is such a great counter puncher that he just does not let go. So,
nice left hook by
Chippy trying to find burrow his way inside. And my goodness. Referee Catu's got to warn Rigondeaux about that second time where he's kind of just manhandled him in headlocks.
And we
1
mentioned,
minute left, sorry.
No, it's okay. We mentioned how often 6 of the KOs that Casimero has come after the 10th round, but this isn't that kind of fight. Nope. So you don't look for it and say, oh, gee, that's going to happen.
And his career high KO streak of 6 in jeopardy with 45 seconds left in the penultimate round. Rigondeaux's lost just once in his career. Mentioned against one of the best ever in Vasily Lomachenko, in a fight where Rigondeaux went up to 130 pounds here tonight at 118. I don't hear anyone yelling defense like you do in football games, Abner.
True. Or basketball.
Or basketball.
10 seconds, top of the best. 10 segundos para la campana.
Ayaw kumpensa, ayaw kumpensa. Sagdila siya. Ayaw.
Don't be confident, all right?
This is round 12 coming?
Is this round 12?
Okay.
All right.
Ayaw kumpensa, ayaw kumpensa.
Don't be confident.
Ayaw ka na, anak. Focus lang, focus lang.
That's focus. Don't be overconfident, champ.
Focus lang, focus ka lang.
Just stay focused. He got no punches. We will be winning this fight.
Don't wait for it. Entra la escopeta. We gonna get it, we gonna get it. Here. Take it.
And final round, John Riel Casimero defending his 118-pound belt against the 40-year-old Guillermo Rigondeaux, who starts the 12th round with a straight left down the middle that connects. But that's it.
Well, you can count on your one hand the amount of combinations thrown in this fight. They probably mostly come from Casimero. And you could tell me any way this fight is scored at this point, and I would say it would be plausible.
Well, Steve Hart is telling you that Rigondeaux is ahead by a point, and
if I saw a scorecard,
difficult to score.
Yeah, and if I saw a scorecard that told me Casimero was ahead by 5, I would buy into it. So,
What would be interesting is that after this fight,